Guru Brahma, Guru Vishnu, Guru Devo Maheshwara, Guru Sakshat Parabrahma, Tasmai Shri Guruve Namaha. Om Bhavatapa Pranashinne Ananda Ghanamurtaye, Jnana Bhakti Pradayine Matastubhyam Namo Namaha. Jai Ma, Jai Ma. Okay, today, there's somebody who asked me this question. How should we bring up our children? How should they be brought up by their parents? And what kind of sanskar should be imbibed into them? Okay, now one should remember that when children are born, immediately when they are born, until the age of 7, their past lives are still very much in their memories. They still remember all the things of their past lives, and those things are still playing on their mind. Okay, they're still not adjusted to you and your family or their own parents. They're not adjusted yet. What happens is, if there is a lot of fighting going on between husband and wife in the house, or a lot of bickering, a lot of different kind of vibrations are given to the children, that memory stays with them till they even become very, matured and married and with children and all. That trauma does not go from their heads, It remains very deep in their subconscious and they react from there. So sometimes you'll see children are very angry, when they grow up also, they're very angry human beings, they're frustrated. They take it out on their immediate family then, whether, if they're married, on their spouses, on their children, that असर जो बोलते हैं हम लोग, जो बचपन में जो उनको दिया गया है by their parents, वो रहता है, वो जाता नहीं है. So you have to be very careful. Till the age of 7, they are very fragile, very delicate, and you have to try and imbibe all the good qualities, all the morality, the principle. You have to give them a lot of love and affection, understanding, be kind to them, don't create friction in the house. Don't create vibrations where the children get affected. So these things are important, and every child has to be given very good sanskar. जो माँ बाप करते हैं वही देखेंगे बच्चे ना, तो बच्चे वही तो ग्रहण करेंगे, वही देखेंगे, वही सोचेंगे और बोलेंगे हमारे माँ बाप ने किया तो हम क्यों नहीं कर सकते. But if they see their parents doing पूजा पाठ, या सुबह उठ के प्रार्थना करते हैं, या जैसे खाना बनाते हैं तो उसमें प्रार्थना करते हैं, भोग चढ़ाते हैं भगवान को, if that kind of an atmosphere is created in the house for the children, they imbibe that and they say our parents are doing it, we should do it, because they have not yet seen anything of the world except their own parents, and for them their parents are the whole world. Parents ही उनके लिए भगवान है. जैसे एक हमारे गुरु भाई हैं और उनको अभी थोड़े समय पहले एक लड़का हुआ. He got a son and he does a lot of पूजा पाठ and योग करता है और काफी उसका मंदिर है, काफी उसके पूजा के बर्तन होते हैं, शंख बजाता है और अपनी पूजा साधना करता है. Now this little baby that was born, right from his birth till he must be I don't know how old he is now, but he's very little yet. तो उसने वही देखा है बच्चे ने. So when the father sits, he couldn't even talk. He would go on his knees, crawl over there and sit over there and look at his father doing all this. So वो भी अभी शंख उठाता है, अभी तो थोड़ा बड़ा हो गया है, तो शंख उठाता है. Then the father gives him all the puja bartan to clean, and he sits and cleans them. I have seen those videos, he sent them to me. And बेटा जब उठता है तो मामा भी करता है, because the father is doing that. तो माँ का नाम लेता है. Look at the sanskar in the house, This is what he's imbibing right from young age. वो भी फादर लुंगी पहन के बैठते हैं तो वो भी मांगता है कि मुझे भी लुंगी दो, तो उसको भी छोटी सी लुंगी पहना के बैठा देते हैं. And he's watching his father do everything. Isn't that a beautiful संस्कार? तो आजकल के जमाने में, कलयुग में, अगर आप ये संस्कार डालोगे अपने बच्चों पे तो आगे चल के बहुत अच्छे इंसान बनेंगे वो लोग. पर बचपन से अगर if they have seen their parents fighting or shouting and screaming in the house, फिर वही संस्कार बनते हैं ना. अनलेस के वो ऐसे घर से आता है बच्चा, फिर भी आगे चल के उसकी संगत संतों से हो जाती है, महात्माओं से हो जाती है, माँ की दया कृपा हो जाती है उस पे, तब तो उसके संस्कार सारे बदल जाएंगे. Even if he's come from a broken family, when he grows up and if he comes in contact with spiritual leaders, spiritual gurus, he comes in contact, he hears about Ma, and he comes in contact with those kind of people, who have been associated with Ma, and satsang karta hai, ye sab usme jata hai agar bachcha, तो those childhood memories are gone for him, संस्कार बदल जाते हैं. भगवान के पास आने से सब कुछ बदल जाता है. So that is a possibility also. But if he doesn't have that kind of sangat, then he's in big trouble. See, in my book, this book, In Love with the Divine Mother, Shree Shree Ma Anandamayee, there is a chapter on Ma and children. What did Ma have to say to the children? It's very beautiful. So I'm going to read a little bit. And for those who haven't bought the book, for them I'm going to read. See, Ma, let me see. Ma gave a lot of attention to children. She would give them garlands and flowers that were offered to her, and whenever possible, she would give them fruits and sweets, which even I have had from her, which is so wonderful. She would often laugh and joke with us children, and sometimes took us very seriously. Even a child of 5 or 6 years was instructed to think of God. She would say, "You are my friends, aren't you?" She would tell all the little children, "Ke tum mere bandhu ho." Ma used to say that. Then, "Will you listen to me?" Ma is asking. "Are you willing to do something for this friend of yours?" Ma used to call herself a friend of ours. All right, be careful and remember what I'm going to ask you. First of all, as soon as you get up in the morning, do pranam. Bow down on the ground before God. Pray to Him to make you a good boy or girl and say, "God, I do not know where you are. Grant that I may find you." At night, before going to sleep, do pranam again. And if you have done anything wrong during the day, ask God to let you do better the next day. The second thing is, try to obey your parents and teachers. Third, study well. Pay attention to your lessons and try to master them. Fourth, always try your utmost to speak the truth. Fifth, laugh and play to your heart's content. If you do the first 4 things I have asked of you, there is no harm in being a little naughty at times. So beautiful. So you see, माँ की जो teachings है बच्चों के लिए, उसमें सब कुछ, it surmises everything. That if you listen to your parents, you do your studies properly, you do everything properly in school, do pranam to Bhagwan first thing in the morning, pranam to Bhagwan before you go to sleep in the evening, then you can afford to be a little naughty also. How beautifully she's explained everything. So this is what parents need to imbibe for their children. For they first need to learn all this to be teaching their children. So how to bring up your children? It's very simple. You have to be compassionate, nice to them, kind to them. You have to see that all their food and their diet is on time, And जो घर में देखेंगे वही तो बच्चे करेंगे ना. If you do something wrong in the house, the children are bound to learn that. So parents have to first learn to behave themselves. Then the children are fine. Give them time. Sit with them. Do their homework with them. Show them that you care. ऐसा नहीं कि एक बच्चा घर में आया है तो अभी वो जो करे करे हम अपना करते रहेंगे. उसमें बच्चे feel very neglected. You have to give them time and attention. Isn't that right, Ma? Yes, yes. Jai Ma. Om Bhavatab Pranashinne Ananda Dhanamurtaye Jnana Bhakti Pradayinne Matastubhyam Namo Namaha. Jai Ma.